Hello, my name is Snezhana. I am 33 years old. I am born in Bosnia and currently I am living in Slovenia. I am English language teacher and mediator, but currently I am working in a non-government organization as a project coordinator.
Okay, hello. My name is Leila. I'm 26 years old. I originally come from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm a psychologist, psychotherapist in education and information technology student. I'm working at non-governmental organization as a consultant.
When it comes to social differences in Bosnia and Slovenia among men and women, I can only say that in Bosnia it's still believed, or it's more acceptable, that women should stay at home and take care of house and children and maybe of the entire family. In Slovenia, of course, as the rest of Europe, these traditional values are more kept, but also there is possibility for any woman to seek their career, and it's acceptable for her also to be rather a person who decides to go rather for professional life than for family life. I think that we are also going in that direction, but still it's more appreciated if a woman just stays at home and takes care of family and of her kids.
There are large differences. Here in Slovenia exist rules, roles and cooperation. Everything is organized.
I was very lucky that my family was supporting me on the entire way during my period of education and afterwards when I was deciding on going maybe and traveling and maybe looking for a job in other countries. But mostly families in Bosnia support their children financially when it comes to education, and they would rather give them advice to chase a career that has some kind of prosperity. I think when it comes to job, parents are not in that good position so that they can somehow provide them possibility to continue working on their own steps or continue working in the same maybe way of profession. But they rather give children somehow, they trust them and they give them possibility to choose to do whatever they want.
I'm lucky that my family always supported me in all areas of my life. They looked jobs together with me. Also, many women in Bosnia, many women are educated and work, as well as here in Slovenia. But it's still represented that it's better for a woman to be at home while a man works. That is difference between Slovenia and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Slovenian women are more independent than Bosnian.
In Bosnia, when it comes to professions and when it comes to working environment, there is still this generalization that men are more inclined to do certain job and that they do it better than any woman. So I think that only difference here is that you have such a wide range and it's quite diverse, market is quite diverse. So it's important how skilled and educated you are. I think that maybe in Europe people are more inclined to look for skills and education, and there is no this generalization.
In Europe, European Union, knowledge and effort are valued and respected. You have many opportunities for advancement, personal development and make your career successful. While in Bosnia, unfortunately, we don't have much as a chance as young people to find a job in our profession. Also, the differences are large in labor market and working conditions. In Slovenia, in addition to hard skills, soft skills are required. They always ask, besides formal education, what you can offer. In Bosnian, non-formal education, unfortunately, is still not valued.
When it comes to my job, I must say that I do really enjoy my job. I would do this for the rest of my life, definitely. When it comes to job, generally we support a lot of people. We also make very safe space for all children and users that come in our organization, and we somehow provide a space where they do trust us, we trust them, and we are here to help or meet their needs. So I really like working with children, working with people who bring such a cultural diversity, first of all. Second of all, I really like my team that gives us a lot of support, and the work itself is very creative. Okay. I had both positive and negative experiences when it comes to looking for a job. It mostly required a lot of patience. So mostly it was just sending the application and waiting for the response. Some of responses were very, let's say, unprofessional, and I think that mostly like this negative experience comes from people not being professional when it comes to answering your application, and when it comes also like showing any sort of effort. Other positive experiences were mostly where you would meet people who would just kind of say, are you sure that you are looking for this job? Maybe you should look for some other job, also like motivating you to go further on.
Working with different groups of people, to see they feel safe with me. I enjoy in my work because I listen their ideas, needs and problems. Also, I have many chances to have participation in international projects, presenting innovative ideas and programs related to my work.
When it comes to refugees, refugee women and migrant women, I think that the biggest problem is language. So definitely after they get this skill of speaking the local language, they are very easily included in the job market. So when it comes to this, I would definitely, maybe talking from the experience, rather advise that there should be a lot of support when it comes to language. There should be a lot of support when it comes to learning skills that are required on different job markets. First of all. Second of all, it will be also a big community support, and also creating an atmosphere in the working market that every person has a different skills, every person has a different background, and that this diversity in the working market can only help.
In both Bosnia and Herzegovina and Slovenia, I had positive and negative experiences in looking for a job. As a foreigner, I have encountered discrimination many times. However, I decided to turn the situation around and start looking for an organization as a volunteer with the possibility of employment. I got the opportunity and started doing the job I was studying for. Enable practice, free trainings, seminars, with which they will upgrade their knowledge and experience. Also give foreigners equality in the labor market as European citizens have.
Things that change when you get a job are definitely that you become more responsible. You start thinking about things how you manage your time, how you manage your responsibilities, and also you also have this need of I want to make plans for the future. So this is what changes. On the other side, there is this responsibility that you put on yourself, and you say, okay, I'm working on this position, I should be more trained, I should be more skilled. So it kind of pushes you forward in any sense. So it helps you to grow and to develop yourself.
I became much more confident, independent and motivated.
When it comes to good examples between job seekers and employers, Maybe I could mention example from our environment. We have a place in Novo Mesto that is very recognizable by making the best ice creams. And even when we have some kind of visitors or friend or tourists coming in our city, we always take them there. This place is also run by a person who comes from, who is also foreigner, who comes from another cultural background. And I think that as this example, we can actually see that it's really big plus for us to have something that is different and that also is recognizable not just for us but also for tourists.
I will give some positive example from my life. My brother. He was positively surprised, also his boss, after just 1 month of work. After he showed everything, soft skills together with hard skills, he got promotion in the company for 2 months.
When it comes to advice, it is very important to know that we have to somehow understand the culture and understand the country that we are currently living in. And understanding how system works helps us a lot to adopt the system. So when it comes to advice, I would also say if there is any seminar, if there is any training, if there is any place where you can involve in some kind of different activities, I would just say go, because this way you will meet not just other people that you can make a small community with, but you will also meet locals, and locals are also very willing to help, and you will understand them better. And you will be able to function in this system in some easier way. When it comes to advice, is that nowadays non-formal education in Europe is more appreciated than formal education. So this is also like nice recommendation. If you have a time and if you are interested in some subject, please attend, listen, and somehow this will help you to even go faster on your way of reaching your goals.
Advices. Just do not give up on your goals and dreams. Educate yourself and believe that you can do anything.
When it comes to society, I would say that all the frames in society do help us, but not all of us. So when it comes to functioning in society, I think that frames, or maybe just naming a job as this is job better for a woman, this job is better for a man, is acceptable maybe in certain circumstances, but is not acceptable in all circumstances. And I think that some of these frames should really be changed so that everybody feels welcomed. So we have progressed in this struggle, social equality, but we really have a lot of things to learn. And I think that happy individual is actually something that helps also society to be completely functional.
Respect, tolerance, and have opportunity to be actively involved in the community.